Hello everyone, my name is Ganesh Miraskar. I am lecturer in Civil Engineering Department of Pramodadada Mane Polytechnic Belati. So today we are going to discuss about the basics of hydrology. So we are discussing about the hydrological cycle. So course outcomes are to estimate hydrological parameters, to estimate crop water requirement of a command area and capacity of canals, to select the relevant diversion headworks, to maintain mini and micro irrigation schemes, maintain irrigation structures, design, construct and maintain canal structures. So we know that if we apply heat to the solids, it will be converted into liquids. If we go on adding the heat, it will be converted into gases. Similarly, we can say that if we decrease the heat from the gas, it will be converted into liquid. And if we decrease the heat from liquid, it will be converted into the solid. So this is the general states of the water. So after adding the heat, it will be converted into liquid. If we go on adding the heat, it will be converted into the gases. If we cool the gases, this process is known as condensation. So the gases will be converted into the liquids. And if again we cool or decrease the temperature, it will be converted into, it solidifies and converted into the solids. Again we know that solid is made up of several molecules which are closely packed with each other. So there is a force of attraction, intermolecular force of attraction exists between these two molecules. As we go on adding the heat or energy, they try to escape from each other, get rid of each other, okay, so that the distance between two molecules go on reducing. So here we can see that as compared with the solids, here there is a large distance between two molecules, or we can say there is no closely packed, molecules are not closely packed. Again same, it is the same case of gases. Here again the distance between two molecules is increased, okay. So that is what the solid, liquid and gaseous state of matter stands for. So in monsoon we say that we know that majority of earth up to 71% is occupied by sea, that is water, and remaining is by ground, right? So the majority of heat energy is absorbed by sea or water, and comparatively low energy is absorbed by ground. As we go from surface to the high altitudes, temperature go on decreasing, right? So here due to evaporation or due to warm air, low pressure is generated, and here as the temperature is less, here high pressure is developed, right? Here comparatively low pressure is developed. So here the process of condensation will take place, so that clouds will be formed. These clouds will travel from high pressure zone to low pressure zone. Again here the density of the matter will increase, the water is increased, so that it will sink. So here the cycle completes. This is the procedure of usual rain. Now as far as the hydrological cycle is concerned, we know that the water is, the solar energy is absorbed by water, then evaporation takes place, cloud formation by condensation takes place, and then precipitation, that is the rain in the form of rain or snow, it will take place, and that flow of water is known as surface runoff, right? And if evaporation will take place in the trees, leaves of trees, that process is known as evapotranspiration. So ultimately this is the procedure of transportation of water from the sea to atmosphere, and again from atmosphere to sea. So we have explained that evaporation is nothing but the process in which liquid changes to gas. So any area of water on the earth's surface, it can evaporate. Condensation is nothing but the solidification of liquid, of vapors into liquids, right? So condensation is the process by which matter changes from a gas to liquid, as we have discussed in earlier slides. Groundwater, due to percolation of water, the water that is filtrated to the soil, it passes from the ground, under the ground, okay, for the plant use, that is known as groundwater. Here the water will get infiltrated, percolate into the ground, and Inside the ground, the water will flow, that is known as groundwater, which is used for the plants. It is a major source of drinking as well as agricultural irrigation. Surface runoff, we have discussed that water from rain, snow melt or other sources that flows over land surface is a major component of water cycle. So when ground is saturated, the water flows into lake, streams and rivers and oceans. So that is the surface runoff. It means the water which is flowing from the surface after rain, it will flow from the surface of the earth. That flowing water is nothing but the runoff. Okay. So what we have discussed today, the process of condensation, okay, evaporation, evapotranspiration. Their precipitation means what? It is nothing but the rain. Water flowing is known as runoff, and ultimately the complete water which is evaporated from the water surface will go into the atmosphere. Again, after some process, that water will reach to the original point, so that the complete cycle is completed. That cycle is known as hydrological cycle. This is very important question as far as for your exam point of view. Okay. Thank you.